Well, good morning, everybody. I'm Verna Mullen. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my studio. It is, let's see, what is it? Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. And I'm usually on at Tuesdays at 6, and we had strong thunderstorms going through last night, and I knew I would get kicked off, and it would be a mess. So people would be watching, and then it would just be aggravating. So anyways, here I am this morning. It's beautiful. It's a sunny day, and I'm looking at the meadow. It's gorgeous. I'm looking at lilacs and a lot of grass. We've had a lot of rain and some flooding issues, but so we have really high grass that needs to be mowed. If you're on, say hi. Tell me where you're from. This really wasn't scheduled. It was unexpected because of last night. So I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to share with you some new product from the new annual catalog. And if you don't have a catalog and you need one, just shoot me an email at vernastamps@gmail.com. There's lots of beautiful things in here. And there's a new release of online products too. So lots going on, lots of goodies. I'm going to switch it to my project view, and we're going to talk a little bit about some other things that are going on here and some other offers that I have. Today I'm going to be featuring products with the beautiful gallery suite. There are two bundles in this suite. There is the beautiful motifs, and it has the sentiments and the gorgeous dies, and the gallery blooms, which has the beautiful floral images and greenery images and awesome dies too with this frame die. My May Kit in the Mail, it's a subscription club, is featuring projects with the Gallery Blooms bundle here, and the beautiful Gallery Designer Series paper. It's a 6x6-inch Designer Series paper. I'm going to grab my other tray to show you what you get in that kit. This is a monthly subscription kit. In this month, we are featuring, maybe I better pull this other tray out, the Gallery Blooms bundle, and you will get a package of the beautiful Designer Series paper, a whole package of that. You will get a spool, 2 yards of the basic beige classic ribbon. I love this because it's very easy to tie beautiful bows with it. Our other beige ribbon is pretty, but it's kind of heavy. You will get a package of the pressed flowers motifs. It has a little imprint of a floral image there. And then you will get the kits to make 2 of each of these cards and the PDF tutorial. And then there's also this beautiful framed image piece for your home, and you don't have to use that particular image, but that's the one I used. And this is one of the dies in this set. This die actually just cuts out the image into the paper, but that particular die cut, so it's like this, it cuts it in your paper. This one I was able to pull that out and use it, and you can see it, I've used it here on this card. And so you're getting about $23 worth of Stampin' Up! Product, your kits for 2 each of these cards. It includes envelopes. Your die cuts that aren't in the kit will already be cut for you, like this circle and this circle here. And then you will also get one kit to make one of the framed pieces, and it includes your shipping. It's only $45. If you're interested in that, you can either comment in the comments below on Facebook or YouTube, or you can, I will have the link there where you can sign up for it. So, hi Vernalyn. I love that name. I wonder why, right? So anyways, that's that kit in the mail. And that is a subscription club. It's way easier if you're, it's a subscription, and you can drop in or out anytime. If you stay in for 6 consecutive months, you get a $25, basically a gift card to use from me in my online store. So, and then the other thing I want to tell you about is my In Color Club. Moving trays around here. So this is a subscription for 5 months, and each of the month for 5 months you would get one of the new In Colors. Here's a card where I've used them all together. There is Timid Tiger, which is the orange, and Secret Sea, Darling Duckling, and Strawberry Slush. And then Cloud Cover. There's a problem with the Cloud Cover ink, and if it's not back when we come to that month where it's featured, then I will substitute it out with some other designer series paper and maybe dimensionals that would be equivalent to the paper pack. So for each month for club, you will get one of these markers in the particular color. You will get a set of the blends in that particular color, a set ink refill for your ink pad, and the ink pad, and then a whole pack of the cardstock. And you will get, to begin with, you will get a whole pack as a gift from me of the In Color flat pearls. And you will also get 8 pieces of the In Color Designer Series paper. And you're going to get a card sketch and tutorial for a card. So if you're interested in that, I will also have the link. The subscription for the In Color Club closes May 15th. And one more exciting thing to talk about before we get started with today's projects, and that is, there's my In Color Club ad. This is a Kit in the Mail ad. Is the starter kit. If you are a Stampin' Up! Hobbyist and you want to be able to get your supplies at a discount, this is great for you. If you're a person that would like to do the business, this is great for you. The whole month of May, you join, if you become a demonstrator by ordering the starter kit. The starter kit is usually $125 worth of product for $99. But this month you get to choose $165 worth of product for $99. Now that is a super deal. So it's $165. Let me see if my marker will work here. Oh, I've got a pen though. So it's $165 of product in the US for just $99 plus free shipping. Plus you get to get the discount on your supplies, your crafting supplies. So that is a deal you really can't beat. I will also have a link on that. I would love to have you on my team. My tutorials are free to my team members, and it's just a great deal. It's a great company too. So, all right, now let's get started. And as I said, we're going to do some cards with the Gallery Blooms suite. I'm going to move this stuff out here, and I want to show you the 2 bundles in this set. So this is the Beautiful Motifs, and it has really pretty sentiments in it. And these are the dies that go with that set. I love these dies, especially love this fern. I'm going to be doing a card with a fern today. And then the sister bundle to that is the Gallery Blooms, which is this is the bundle I'm using for my Songbird Stampin' Club this month. And these are the dies. You get this really cool frame die that cuts out 2 frames at once. And then there are all these other detailed dies here. The smaller foliage dies. And these dies will cut out each of your flower shapes that are here. So, and you have all these tiny little foliage pieces here. We're going to be using some of these today. So really the 2 bundles work together. You will need this bundle to make your cards in my Songbird Stampin' Club. And then you're going to need a sentiment stamp set. You could either purchase this one or you can use one that you have on hand. Either are fine. So I'm going to set these back aside. Hi Jocelyn, good morning. And let's get started. So for our first card, we're using a piece of Lost Lagoon. I always want to call it soft succulent, which is like another similar card or color that is retired now. So we're using Lost Lagoon. I'm going to turn my phone just a little. Oh, there goes my light. Oh boy, hang on just a minute. Okay, let's see if that'll hold up. I think that'll be okay. Let's turn this way. And it's looking crooked. See if I fix that. There we go. Okay, so to this, we're going to add some of that beautiful Designer Series paper. I didn't really show this to you. So there's all kinds of gorgeous images in here. I love that. I love that. There's not much to not love. Aren't they beautiful? They're so pretty. And then of course I love that. There's images on the back. This we're using today. Or not images, but a lot of texture looking images on the back. Some wood grain. This is the piece we're going to use right now. That looks like old-fashioned wallpaper. So really beautiful designs. And this is a beautiful gallery 6x6 Designer Series paper. Now my ordering special right now is if you place an order of $60 or more with me this week, you'll get an assortment of brand new Designer Series paper that's in the new annual catalog. You'll get 30 pieces of Designer Series paper that's 6x6. It will include some of this. If your order is $75 or more, you'll get the kits to make one of each of the cards included that I'm making today. So we're going to add a piece of Designer Series paper on the top here. This is 5.5 by 4 1/4, and it's going to cover that whole top. The ladies at my studio class loved this paper when they saw it. Alright, so I'm going to lay this right across the top like that. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp, I die cut the frames, so I want to show you that large frame die cut, it cuts out two frames, these two frames, and then you have this middle section that you can use for a sentiment or something else. And but anyways, I decided to cut the frame out of the designer series paper, and this larger frame here we are going to do some blending on. I have my blending brush and I have Lost Lagoon ink. Excuse me. Got a bit of a tickle. I'm grabbing a scrap piece of paper here. Lay that down. And I just want to go along these edges of this frame. The pollen is really high here right now. We just want to bring out these edges, and you can see that die cut does that nice slit there, mitered look on the corners. Excuse me. Then I'm going to also do the inside edges. Just like that. As some of you know, we've had flooding here. We had to move our animals out of the barn and onto cattle trailers. And we're just so thankful the rain stopped when it did. And then my husband moved them again last night because the storms that came through. So I was up early and helping him, and one of our sons, Zachary, helped move animals back to the barn in their areas. So it has been a bit of a busy morning already. Alright, so we're going to add this to the front of our card. I'm going to pop that up with dimensionals. I'm going to turn this over, and I like to use these strips along the edge here. If I have a long area, we're just gonna, and you can cut it with scissors or it'll pull up easily. And I didn't have that flat, the paper flat. Okay, that'll go there. Is anyone that's watching, do any of you have this set? I just think it's so beautiful. We'll go along there. Hi, Carol. Thank you for sharing. This can go here. We'll put this down on the corner here. I'm not liking how that's bunching, and I'm not. We'll add these here to fill in. And then I've got another strip on the outside here. We can run this way. And we'll break that off. Okay, so we'll take the tops off these. I cut that black out because I wanted to see, it would be pretty framed in black too, but I really liked the color of the paper best. So, alright, so I'm going to bring it back in here. Let's see if I can get this even the first time. Alright, so we need to go a little bit over, just a little bit on this side here. Can't believe it's Mother's Day already. My mom is going to be 89 this month, and I'm taking her flower shopping. She loves to garden, loves flowers, so that'll be fun. Saturday we'll do that. Okay, so I have a piece of basic beige here, and I'm going to stamp it with, I'm bringing in that large, beautiful stem of roses, and we're going to use Memento Black ink. Yeah, you could even get, if you wanted to join, if you've been wanting the die cutting machine, you could get that. Well, that did not stamp very good. Alright, and I brought my piercing mat over. And with the photopolymer stamps, you really do, to get the best image possible, you need to use a cushion under it, like the Stampin' Pierce mat. If you don't have this, then you can use a catalog or a magazine, anything like that. There we go. Isn't that pretty? It's pretty just like that. Alright, so we're going to color this in, and I'm using Flirty Flamingo. I'm using the light color first. And I'm going to use the brush chip just because you can get color more real estate with it than, and you don't want to press hard with these tips. You want to just kind of lightly stroke the paper, because you can damage the tips, and I have done that. And basically I'm just giving an overall light color to as the first color with these. Then I'm going to go in and I'm going to highlight the shaded areas or darker areas with the dark Flirty Flamingo. Like in here, in these little creases, and probably this would be dark here. And it gives your flower a little bit of depth. Makes it look more realistic. And we'll go up on this one. My flower beds are so weedy. I've got to get out there this week and work on them. Especially with all the rain we've had, they're really messy. I used to have like a lot of beds of flowers, and then it got so it really bothers my back to bend, and getting older. Okay, now we're going to do the leaves in Lost Lagoon, and again I'm starting with a lighter color and using the brush tip. If I usually use the bullet tip when it's a smaller area, like this area here, I could have used the bullet tip. And we'll just go all over these. If I miss some areas, it makes it look more natural actually if you leave some of the areas. And I'm just going to go over the stem with the bullet tip, like that. I'm going to bring in the dark marker, and with a bullet tip go in and do some shading. This is going to be dark under there, and that probably would be dark. There's an old farmer saying here, with all the rain we've had, a cold, wet May, barn full of hay, which is true. And the ground gets started, or the grasses get started with all the rain. Okay, then there's a die that fits this flower, and I've already die cut that out, and there it is. And we are going to add this to the center of our card. Hi Lisa, good morning. I'm just going to add it with dimensionals. Say hi if you're on. Tell me where you're from. Tell me if you have this set. And let's put one more small one right here. Get all our little pieces off the top here. Now I debated about coloring in, I can get rid of that, these edges that show the basic beige. I don't know, what would you do? Would you color it in or leave it showing there? And we're going to add a piece of that beautiful ribbon. When I saw the basic beige ribbon, I was like, oh, you know. But I really love it. Just because it's beige, it's kind of a, you think, oh, blah, but it's really beautiful. Now I'm using my grandchildren's scissors. That's okay. They're sharp. And we're going to do our bow. And we're going to add our bow to our little rosebud. This would be a pretty birthday, pretty sympathy, thinking of you. It's a little longer than I want it. Alright, so I still want to pull that down. Come on. Alright. And so this is going to go at the bottom there. And we'll cut these tails a little bit here. My lilacs are in full bloom, and I love the smell of lilacs. And you think, oh, once a year, you've got to enjoy it. When they come out and bloom. I'll put this right here. I think I'll use another one. Alright, and we'll add our little bow there. And we need to add our little pressed flower motifs around on our card here. So I think I'll put the larger one down here. And these are really tiny, small. Put those like that. Alright. And let's add our inside layer. Excuse my arm. And I think I'm going to stamp on this one a sentiment. Let's see, we could use, let me grab the stamp set here. I think I'll use Thinking of You. I've already got that on a block here. And my Lost Lagoon ink. Oh, I'll use the black here. Oops. Thinking of you. And this is Seal Plus. I've learned with Seal Plus, I used to get really frustrated with it. Not to have a heavy hand with it. Just go really light and pull up like that. Thinking of you. And we'll put that on the inside there. Just like that. So there is card number 1. We'll set that aside. Okay, card number 2. This is the other one I did similar, and I put the small frame on the inside. I'm not sure how convenient that is for writing, so, but it looks pretty. We don't care about the writing, we just want it to look pretty. No, not really, but. Okay, card number 2. I'm bringing my little box of goodies over. And we have a piece of mossy metal that's 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I have a layer of pecan pie cardstock that is 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. Oops. And with this, if you get any cardstock on your tape, you want to get it off there because it'll ruin the whole little reel that your tape is on. And you don't want that. Okay. Let's see. There we go. All right. So this is going to be our front layer. Oh my word, look at the dog. Must be the dog, got it? It'll be covered. That is funny. Alright, so you see there's just a thin area of green around that. And then I have a piece of Designer Series paper that's 5 1/4 by 4. Ooh, this is that Lost Lagoon color on the back of this one. We have a beautiful meadow scene. And that is going to go in the center of the pecan pie piece. Just like that. And now we're going to add some die cuts. This is one of the die cuts from the Gallery Blooms bundle. And again, these are all the die cuts with the Gallery Blooms bundle. Hi, Nancy. I know it's sunny in PA. That's good because we've finally got some sun here. It's been so cloudy and kind of miserable, really. And I've got one of these cut out of basic beige. It really makes a difference with your outlook on the day if it's sunny. It's very helpful if it's sunny. And we're going to add this right here. I'm just going to kind of hold that there and press it for a minute. Whoops, I didn't want to do that. Oh, it's sticking to my finger. Come on. All right, and then I have a green one. This is Mossy Meadow. Die cut from the Mossy Meadow, and I'm going to shorten this one a little bit. And I'm putting the dots of glue behind the larger pieces, where there's a larger area of cardstock. This one I want to go kind of like that. They are on there like that. Right? And then I have a sentiment little banner from Basic Beige, and it's cut with a Stylish Shapes die. I'm going to do that same Thinking of You. I got to move this up on the block. And I'm going to, again, using Mossy Meadow. I got that kind of low on there, but it's okay. And we're going to add this with some dimensionals to the card front. Okay, and then we are going to layer that over our foliage there. This looks like Queen Anne's lace to me. Anybody else think that? That's what it looks like to me. Is that straight? I think I want to go up just a tad right there. And again, a ribbon, a bow. This ribbon's so easy to use. It's very light. Feels like a linen kind of, but I don't think it is. I think it's a cotton. And pull it down just a little. Okay. And we'll cut our tails. And we need a glue dot. And I'm going to actually probably add it right about there. Very easy to make beautiful cards with this designer series paper. It's funny how your paper, you almost, you know, if you have beautiful designer series paper, it's just makes such a difference. Okay, let's add our little pressed flower motifs. And again, my ordering special this week is a free assortment of the brand new designer series paper from the new annual catalog. 30 sheets with an order of $60 or more. And then if your order's $75 or more, I will include the kits for one of each of these cards that we're making today. So this is our inside piece. It's 5 by 3 3/4, and I have another little die cut here that I'm going to add to that. Or you could stamp it on, but I'm going to, this will add a pretty touch. Oops, didn't want to do that. We'll just add it right there. And I'll grab a wipe and wipe that up. There we go. And we're going to add this to the inside of our card. There we go. So that is our second card. Thinking of you. And then our third card, grab the kit for that. This is a panel card. This is, and this actually is going to be a wedding card for some friends of ours that are getting married. So I'll show you how to make this. Hi Melody, thank you. We're going to start with a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 pecan pie cardstock, scored at 4 1/4. And to this we are going to layer a piece of our designer series paper. It's the back of the house pattern. This is 5.5 by 4 1/4. I love this old fashioned, old look, vintage look. Alright, so it's going to cover the whole front. Or it should cover the whole front. Alright, so now I have a piece of the designer series paper. Isn't that pretty? This is 5 1/4 by 4, and we're going to cut it. Bring my trimmer in here. And as some of you know, I'm normally on at Tuesday evenings at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we had more thunderstorms last night, so I couldn't get on. I was afraid I'd get kicked off. So that's why I'm on today. So this first piece is going to be 1 1/4. We're cutting it at 1 1/4. The second piece we're cutting at 1 1/2. And then the next piece is 1 1/4. And you want to keep these in order, or at least know what the order is. There. Hi Deborah, thank you. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to layer these onto our card base. And I'm going to start with the middle one. And that way I can kind of judge how much space I have for the other two. So I want to make sure this is going the right way. Yep. So I'm going to add dimensionals to this. And again, I like the long strips for the long outside edge strips for long pieces. And then I'll fill in what I'm missing there. I'll put one here, maybe 2 here. And you can use your take your pick tool to pull these white covering off. Okay, so we're gonna just wanna make sure I've got that the right way. I was like stuck to that. All right, so let's see. We want this in the center. gonna say that's about right there. Okay, and this one, I think this one goes here. Yes, okay. So let's do this top one next. If you need a catalog, message me or email me at vernastamps@gmail.com. If you have a large ordering list, you might as well get the starter kit. You don't have to stay in, you don't have to sell. Most of the Stampin' Up! People that buy hobby or the starter kit are hobby demos who want the discount on their what they buy, and it starts at 20% off. So you can't beat that. And right now the special for the month of May is you get $165 worth of product, whatever you want, for only $99 plus free shipping. So that is a deal. It's only for the month of May. Okay, and all right, so this is going to go on the top. And let's see here. Oops, we want a little bit of a space there. This needs to come up a little bit. There. All right, and then we'll do our bottom one. Nope, I think it goes this way. Actually, I might have put the wrong one, but we're going to go with it. It'll be covered anyways from the foliage, so it's still pretty. You just never know. So we got our long strip there. Anybody have any special Mother's Day plans yet? Put that out there. I need like one more to fill in there. Let's put this here. Get our backings off here. And this is my featured for my kit in the mail for May is the Gallery Blooms set. I'm going to put this like this. Alright, so we want that little gap there. Isn't that pretty? Just like that. Okay, so I've used the large die from the Beautiful Motifs. It's a sister suite or sister bundle. This one with the ferns here. And they are so pretty. Aren't they pretty? So I'm going to put one fern here. And actually, we could put it on this side because we've got more floral images on that side. Let's see here how we want to do it. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So this first one, I'm going to leave it the size it is. I'm not going to cut it down. And I'm just putting dabs of glue in the larger areas, just a few. This glue gun is from My Sweet Petunia. It is not a Stampin' Up! Product, but the glue in it is Stampin' Up's liquid glue. The glue gun comes with an empty glue bottle and a full glue bottle, and I just use the empty one, and it's very easy to fill it. So that's going to lay on there like that. All right. And then we're going to add this one going this way, and I'm going to break this off. Let's see if it's still short enough. Yeah, I think so. I've got a little piece of paper I've got to get out of there. And where is your take your pick tool when you need it? Oh, here it is. Right by me. So I'm going to push that out. Alright, so, and again we're just dabbing, just adding little dots of glue. And this is going to layer over that like that. Hi, Vicky. Nice to see you on there. Okay, so we've got our ferns on there. I have a die cut circle from the Stylish Shapes dies right here, and again, if your order's $75 or more, you would need this bundle to do these die cuts, but everything else that's not part of that bundle, the beautiful motifs, I would do the die cutting on. So all right, so this is could be a wedding sentiment. It says, wishing you love and happiness that lasts a lifetime. Can't talk. All right. And if your order is $60 or more, you get an assortment of 30 pieces of new designer series paper from the new annual catalog. All right, I am going to add one dimensional. Let's see where I want this. Maybe like right there. One dimensional. We're going to add more in a minute. And we're going to layer our ribbon on that. I want my ribbon going probably this way. I'm going to layer that on there. I'm going to grab a glue dot. Which reminds me, I need to order some more. Layer it right on that dimensional. We're going to make our loop. Like that. And then I'm going to add another glue dot. Right on there. And I'm going to make another loop going back this way. Okay, and we're going to cut this. Again, grandchildren's scissors, because I didn't bring my other ones over. And now to this, we're going to add dimensionals that are here and, well, maybe we'll do here and here. I want it up a little higher. Actually, probably the sides, here and here. So we add this and there. This makes a very pretty wedding card. Now, I need to cut the bow down a little bit, or the tails. Do that, and that. I could have, maybe should have put this up a little higher. but it's still pretty like that. All right, so let's add our, well, let's do the inside first before we add the gems. And I have a piece of cardstock here. It's 5 by 3 3/4. We'll add that. And then I have another piece of the fern, that third piece here. And I'm just going to put this inside the card like that. I'm going to break off the stem at the bottom, and you could even break off more of it. We'll add our little glue, dots of glue here. Just like that. And we're going to layer that on the inside there. Now if you get glue on your paper and it's annoyingly sticky, you can take your embossing buddy and just tap it on it, and the powder will absorb that glue. Alright, so let's put our gems on the front. And let's add this here, and one here, another one down there. Whoops. Like that. Actually, I think I need to stick another dimensional here. Let's do that right now. There, that's better. And actually, I think I'll add a gem on the label. Put it right there. Alright, so we have this one, wishing you love and happiness that lasts a lifetime. And the other one that I did, I have the ferns on the other side. There's that one. There's this one here, thinking of you. There's one I did. This one's a little higher and this one's lower. I think I did this one today. And then we have this pretty card here with the Lost Lagoons. And I hope you have sunshine where you are today. So thanks for joining me today. Have a great day. Bye now.